Russian forces have been celebrating their capture of Lysychansk. They now control all of the eastern Luhansk region, and President Putin has ordered his military to continue their offensive. Earlier, I spoke to the Ukrainian MP Andrii Zhupanyn, who told me what he made of the latest setback for Ukraine's forces. And I started by asking him about the significance of the eastern city of Lysychansk, now under Russian control.
Well, unfortunately, I think that the loss of any territory of our land is significant for us because, it means that Russian troops are moving inside our territory. But at the same time, what they did, so they concentrated a lot of their efforts on this direction. I mean, on the direction to capture and seize Severodonetsk and Lysychansk. So they took their army from Kyiv, near Kyiv. They took part of the army that was settled near Kharkov, and they put them to take over Severodonetsk and Lysychansk and the whole Luhansk region.
And there have been huge losses, haven't there, on the Russian side and the Ukrainian side, and huge amounts of destruction to those towns and cities in that area.
Well, the towns and cities, they're totally destructed. I was talking to one soldier last week. He came for rotation, and he was saying that so they stay in their positions until there is nothing, to hide where. So when the land is burned, actually, only after that they are moving to another location. So that means that all cities and towns, they're like 90% destroyed there. But it also means that we are trying to maximize the losses of the Russian army.
And the Russians now are in control of a large chunk of eastern Ukraine. That was clearly one of President Putin's key objectives. If he was to halt his advance now, do you think that Ukraine might be prepared to perhaps enter negotiations, perhaps to look at losing some parts of Ukrainian territory in order to try and find peace?
Well, 2 points in this. Well, 3 points. So first point is that I think they're adjusting the situation closer to the reality, because he started from saying that we will capture all Ukraine, that we will capture Kyiv, that Kyiv will hold down in 3 days, and stuff like that. But they failed actually near Kyiv. They failed near Kharkiv. The only major city that is taken over now by Russians is Kherson, which is the region capital of Kherson region. So that's first point. Second point. So I mean that it just I don't think it's a big win for the second largest army in the world, actually. So, but they are showing to their voters that this is like what we wanted, and this is a great win for us. That's the first thing. Second point is that this particular fight in Donbas region, it showed our weakness, and it showed that Russian army has more artillery, because that was as far as I know from the soldiers and from the army guys, that was a fight of the artillery in whole Luhansk region. And that was actually what we were asking whole March and whole April from our partner. And we started getting this artillery only now, and we expect more of it closer to the autumn, so maybe in October, November.
And so we heard a lot of talk from the NATO leaders last week about the greater support that they're prepared to give to Ukraine. And I've been talking to the former Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, about this. But what you're saying is that you need more of this more quickly.
Yes, we need, it's not enough, and we need it quicker, because we were provided with 4 HIMARS on the 4th month of war. And we are using that HIMARS. We actually, if you have seen the news, so we have blown many storages of Russian weapon in territories where our artillery could not even get. So now we have that opportunity. But that's we had to lost a lot of our lives and to wait for 4 months so that the US give us just 4 HIMARSs. So I
HIMARS is
understand the
just explain what
skepticism.
that is.
Well, the HIMARS is the artillery machine that actually gives an opportunity to shoot for 80 or 100 kilometers. So, which is very like long distance, and it can help you to keep this HIMARS in your position, which are safe from Russian artillery. And the last point with respect to peace, what you were saying. Well, like I try not to comment on this because this is a very, very uh, you know, divisive issue for our people, and everyone wants to this war to be over, but then the question is on which terms. And here I would say the president now has 90% of support from the people. He is the chief commander of our army, so I would just rely on his opinion. So he knows whole information, and he would know better what to do. Because all of us would like to take back all the regions and take back Crimea and restore our territory. But whether it's possible or not, that's for the army guys and for the president.
And just finally, we've seen this international conference today, your prime minister talking about the need for $750 billion to rebuild Ukraine because of the destruction that has been inflicted on the country. What do you think it means? How important is it to be talking about reconstruction, even while the fighting is still going on?
Well, I think that we need to keep talking because in my view, this is one thing to remain us on the world's agenda. So we need to be creative, and every month or 2 weeks or whatever, we should bring something to discuss with the world. With respect to this conference, there are two words: rebuild and restore, and they have different meaning. So we don't need the same old factories and the same like not efficient plants. We need new ones. So we need modernized. We need built from the scratch. So and that rebuild maybe and not restore. All built from anew.
Well, that was my conversation with Ukrainian MP Andrii Zhupanyn.